Hello, welcome to my channel. I am Rebecca. In this video, I'm sharing the process to create this layout titled Springtime Smile using the Simple Vintage Spring Garden Collection by Simple Stories. For this layout, I want to add texture and create a background that looks like it was made with mixed media. But the truth is, I'm only going to use a stencil and ribbons. This paper is beautiful. I can use it as my background, but I want to create something different to add texture to the page and to work in the background with the stencil. So I'm tearing the bottom and the top part of the design to save this gingham part, and the middle part, I can use that later for another project. And I'm distressing the edge of the paper and using my nails to give it more texture, because when I create vintage projects, I enjoy adding textures to them. And this is something simple that changed how the project looked. Now I'm going to work on the background. For that, I'm using a yellow ink pad and the honeycomb stencil from this collection. This collection have a lot of embellishment and things that can be mixed and used to create stunning projects. And I'm checking where I want to add the honeycomb design. So this is why you see that I place the paper and remove it and the photo, because I want to have some design like peeking from the borders and also from the photo. I don't want them to be a lot of honeycombs, just some touches. I'm done with the stencil, so now I'm adding more pattern paper, because if you know me, I enjoy adding pattern paper to my projects. And I'm adding something different. This one is blue to create some contrast and more interest to the page. I'm just cutting 2 inches a strip of the paper. This paper is gorgeous. The other side is full of butterflies that can be fussy cut. It's a pretty paper. And I'm also distressing and tearing the edge of these papers to continue with the same look. And I'm trying to let the paper only be seen a little. I don't want to have a lot of blue there, so this is why you see that I'm working with the blue paper and removing some parts. I'm going to add the pieces to see how it looks with the photo and the title, and check if I need to remove more. You can do this like I'm doing here by tearing the paper, or you can use a scissor to tear it. When distressing my paper, I broke it a little, but this is no problem. I can fix that when adding it to the layout. Here I use the scissor to get more control of where I want to cut the paper, and then I distress it with the nails. To add more texture to my page, I'm going to use the ribbons. This is going to give a look like it was a stamp in the layout, but as you can see, it's very easy by just applying random portions of the ribbons around the page. I'm placing the ribbons in the areas where I want to create clusters. This is why I place it on the left side of the photo and on the right side on the top and bottom. If you haven't tried these ribbons, you need to do it. They are high quality ribbons. They transfer really easily and they are thick, so they don't break easily when you are applying them to the page. Now I'm adding some ephemera behind the left side of the photo. I mat the photos on the chipboard frame from the Simple Vintage Spring Garden Collection. This is a great product to add dimension in the photo areas and add some pretty details without having to lose a lot of time there. When doing my projects, I use repositionable tape until I'm sure that I want things there. So in my ATG gun, I have repositionable tape, and then at the end I use liquid glue to add everything to my layout. The title is from the foam stickers, also from the collection, and I'm using more die cuts in the corner to continue with the label design that I use on the left side of the photo, and now I'm doing the same here. I noticed that I can add a little bit of the ribbon on top of this label, so I'm adding a little piece there. Just a small details to continue with the design. Now I'm going to add some flowers to create the cluster on the left side of the photo. This is going to be the main cluster, the bigger one, because I want the attention in this area for the viewer to see the photo and the title. I'm adding the flowers from the die cuts, bits and pieces, the floral. And I'm also using the sticker book where I found this white flower that I really like because it has some branches. So I'm placing it under the pink flower and moving the yellow one to the top. And also from the sticker book, I'm using bees. I'm placing them randomly in the layout. Now I found a small yellow ticket that I like more than the pink one, so I'm placing it on this cluster on the right side to have some yellow there. And I'm adding this dark color to the photo area to give it more attention since it is dark. Now also from the floral pack, I'm finding butterflies to embellish the page. I'm placing them in the layout, finding a good spot for them, and I'm checking. Now that I like them, I'm going to start adding them to the layout using liquid glue in the center and foam tape on the wings to give them like the appearance that they are flying in the page. And now I'm adding some foam heart. I still need to add a few more butterflies that I haven't glued yet, but I'm adding these hearts in the clusters just to add dimension because they are foam, and to add more color to balance the page. I'm now adding the other butterflies with the same liquid glue in the center and foam in the wings. By mixing different products in my project, I give the layout more interest because you can see all the textures and the dimension that they bring to the page, from flat embellishment to dimensional ones or using foam tape. Now I'm adding the decorative brads. These are flat on the back, easy to add to any project, and they have the metal ring that give a nice look to the page. Now I'm adding a few more ribbons under the title and under the photo, and since these ribbons are like blue, I'm going to cut a few pieces of a black text ribbon to add them to the on top of the blue ribbons, just to give them more interest, and now they look like they were stamped. The text was stamped there. Finally, I'm adding enamel dots from the collection. This is a nice product and a nice finishing touch to any project. Simple Stories always release enamel dot with their collection, and they are a must-have. Now the layout is finished. I hope you like and enjoy it. If this is the case, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel for more inspiration. If you want to see photos of this project, you can visit my blog. The link is in the description box. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Bye.